Therefore, the strap made by C now is very good. You can understand what I mean. If you say the dial, it is a dial with blue radiation lines, the overall watch mirror, and a magnifying glass 2.5 times. Today, I will talk to you about a 41mm blue log. In fact, in the log era, Ray only a few best ones. The first one is the former verses. Then, there is a la and new, and now, C has started to keep a journal. Let's take a look. In fact, the most attractive thing about C log is that it is equipped with a self-produced 3235 movement. You all know why some people chose versus log before, because it is equipped with a 3235 movement, which was actually used in the real sense of versus lie before. Then, now, C is being used. Let's take a look. In fact, the 3235 movement of C is different from the 3235 movement of versus before. In the past, versus as 3235 movement was used, its noise would be lower. In this case, there would be some noise, which is also a different point in the real sense. Then, in the whole case, there are small details, because after all, it comes from the highest version now, that is to say, the versions. That is, those ones. Now C is 2 and EW. So these little details, the old things, are there, the double shadow lettering on the inner layer, the little crown at 6 o'clock on the mirror. You must pay attention to the fact that this watch is a new disc. What about the new disc? This. There will be a small white crown in the middle of Waymay. This is particularly important in the change fund. Now, all the modified watches have basically added this small white crown. Except for individual watches, you must pay attention to them. If you untie the 3P point watch target counterclockwise, screw it up directly. This is manual power, and then gently pull it out. Pull it out gently. Is it clear to adjust the gear of the calendar clockwise? Pull it out again. Adjust the time counterclockwise. The most attractive thing about this C seat is its movement. The 3235 movement made by myself is actually the same as the previous versus movement. The whole forms are all polished by 9042 King Kong. Then there is the delicate composite polished strap. The outer side is brushed, the middle is not polished, and then the clasp, because the log of block C is a one-way folding clasp, which corresponds to a one-way folding clasp, because it is a plate chain, as you know, it is a luxury watch band, so it corresponds to a one-way folding library. The code here is a code of C5D, a coding platform of C5D, and there is no problem in lettering, stamping and lettering. There is also a cartoon shape of C on the back cover. All watches of C basically have this cartoon shape, but the cartoon shape of each watch is different. Here is a watch model of 904L King Kong. Then, the strap claimed by C is always used with IR, and the OEM strap used, that is to say, its strap is the same as IR strap. What about this, is also okay, there is really no problem, because of RS strap. Of all the watch bands, whether these chamfering polishes, the overall details are really the best, and then C uses the same foundry, so the strap is particularly delicate, so the strap made by C now is very good. You can understand what I mean. If you say the dial, it is a dial with blue radiation lines, and the overall expression is a magnifying glass 2.5 times. And what about C, the 3235 movement? That is, the noise will be louder than versus, and then other words are almost the same. If you measure its weight, many friends will care about the weight, actually the weight. 137.85 g, for you to distinguish these, no matter what, EW or IR, this is actually the simplest and clear. A state because the weight of each version will have a small difference, okay, but the weight of each watch will also have a small difference, but it is within an overall interval, so you understand what I mean. This is 1. The blue log of the 3235 movement in block C, if you like E blue log, the version of the 3235 movement in block C is really better than EW, but EW mainly does cost performance. Let's see you next time. Bye.